Hi, my name is Susie Reid. I'm a maths teacher. I've been teaching in secondary schools and colleges for nearly 20 years now. And during lockdown, I thought about what students were getting and what they could do. There were so many gaps being created in knowledge through health and missed lessons and things. And lots of friends were talking about that, and it really seemed to be an issue. And I started to think, what could I do to help this? And so I've created what I call mrsreiddoesmaths.com. And it's a website, and I've recorded myself teaching all of level 4. So that's the first couple of years of secondary, then national 5, and then higher maths. And I put it all on there, and it's all chunked down the same way as I would in a classroom. So it's no big giant videos. It's all really to the point, short videos followed with a little wee exercise just to make sure that you've understood what was in the video, and then I move on to the next part of the topic. So it kind of gradually builds on understanding. And rather excitingly, West OS have just purchased my level 4 material, and now it's available to all school pupils in Scotland via Glow. And I thought I would just talk a bit more about that just now and show you how to access that. I should say that level 4, when I say level 4, there's a lot of level 3 in it. I've kind of aimed it as S1 and S2, the first 2 years of secondary. Although an advanced primary 7 who wanted to be extended could also use a lot of the material, because there's a fair bit of level 3 in it as well. So it's really that kind of crossover between late secondary and the first late primary and the first 2 years of secondary that I've called level 4. So let's have a look and see how we would access that for free on Glow. So if I just search it, so I've just searched on Google for Glow, and then if we sign in here, and now this takes me directly to my Glow because I've already rather cheekily used my daughter's login because she is a Glasgow school kid. But your child should know their login for Glow. They use it all the time in school. So you might also be accessing this from their iPad, and it probably would automatically appear. But if not, you would be able to get their login from that. This is a laptop I'm doing that on, so I had to do it separately. Now, there's the Launchpad there, and if you go into the app library, if it's not West OS, might already be there if your child has used it. But if not, go into the app library, and there's all the various apps you can get. Now, I'm just going to search West OS. I'll just actually search under West, and then there it is. And if I just add that to my Launchpad, so that's in my Launchpad, and now I can go back into my Launchpad, and there it is. And if you click on that, it shows you lots and lots of videos of all the things you can access. There's a lot of really good material there. But the bit that I'm interested in, if it will ever appear, is the math stuff. Here it comes. Here we go. So Mrs. Reid does maths. So there are lots of different things here, but we're going in here for just now. And this is all of my level 4 stuff. So again, this is for S1 and S2, first and second year, but perhaps also suitable for an advanced late primary. Certainly my kids, when lockdown hit, were sort of primary 7 and S2, and they were both using a lot of this material because it is a big course, there's a lot in it. So it goes, they could easily use it from that. So let's have a look at fractions, decimals, and percentages. And we're going to look at, I'm picking an example, but I'm going to do adding and subtracting fractions because that's one of the ones that I always get asked about. Wait till I just shut myself up before I start. So the videos are just kind of like a lesson, me talking over them and writing on the board, really to try and simulate a real classroom experience. And if you look over on the right here, there's a PDF under the resources tab. And if you click on that, it allows you to download. Or there we go, and that gives you the practice exercises. So there's one for every single video, and then there's full solutions. So not just an answer, the full solutions are there so you can work through if you didn't get the right answer, why that was. So that's there. But if you're on an iPad, sometimes that bit at the right doesn't appear and you need to go down to here. So do you see that wee kind of this bit here? And that's the resources tab there, and then you would download it that way. So if you're on a phone or an iPad, then you need to go down to this wee button here for resources. The other thing is that they've where did I hide that? If I go into this, I've been subtitled because of my strong Glaswegian accent. So that might also be useful for you. So that's just in CC for closed captions if you require that. Let's switch that over just now. So the whole of level 4 is there. Lots of level 3, I mean, strictly speaking, this adding and subtracting fractions is level 3. So basically S1, S2 material. And I know that it takes a bit more effort to persuade your child to sit at an iPad or a computer and do this work independently, but I do think that that style of independently solving their own problem will really stand them in very good stead for studying in the future and solving things. And just, I wanted to create something that meant that if a child wants to learn, but they've missed a lesson or they've been off sick or they just didn't get it in class or they got distracted by a squirrel at the window or whatever it was, that they had that opportunity to learn that again, see the lesson again and have a second chance at it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, folks.